Okay, Andy. Good afternoon, everyone. Online students, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me. Right. So yesterday's notes not updated anyway. Yeah, I thought of updating, but not possible. So we are into JSP indirectly. See there. Let me repeat that points. What is available? JSP stands for Java Server Page. So which is response from web application. So according to web application, responses will come in the form of JSP. That's the meaning of it. JSP is tag-based programming language and which is more easy when compared to servlet programming. Programs in JSP are saved with .jsp as an extension. JSP programs are combinations of both HTML code and Java code. Whenever we want to write JSP program, part of JSP program, you can write HTML code and Java code. That is a major advantage of JSP program. And in the process of writing Java code part of JSP program, there are some tags available to us. That is scripting tags, directive tags, and action tags. Today I'll concentrate on programming part I said. Okay, right. Anyway, notes are not updated. No, I given like this. If we take scripting tags now, scripting tags are used to write Java code part of a JSP program. Means whenever you want to write one Java code means servlet code indirectly. Servlet code part of your JSP programs, we take the support of scripting tags. The scripting tags are categorized into three types. One is scriptlet tag, expression tag, and declarative tag. Three are available. Scriptlet tag will support to write normal Java code part of JSP program, as if like servlet syntaxes. The syntax will be like this. This is the open tag and closing tag. This kind of syntax we call it as scriptlet tag. Expression tag will look like this. Here one equal to symbol will be there. That is called scriptlet. Sorry, expression. Expression tag is used to assign the value to variable or which is used to display the data to the web browser. The meaning, using expression tag, you can assign some value to variable or you can send some data to web browser. That is known as expression tag. Declarative tag. Declarative tag is used to declare variables and methods in JSP programs. Whenever you want to declare some variable, whenever you want to declare some methods, we take the support of declarative tag. This is a syntax of declarative tag. So like this, three tags are available to you: scriptlet, expression, and declarative. These three together we call it as scripting tags. Whenever if we take directive tags, actually here directive tags, the tags which are used to specify directions in translation process. I'll explain what is this translation process. Translation process means whatever the Java code available in JSP program, the Java code will be separated and translated into your source codes, means converted into your source code. From the source code, your bytecode will come out. That process we call it as translation. In the translation process, directive tags will support to add some components to it. That will we call it as tags are used to specify the directions in translation process. We call it as directive tags. These directive tags also three types available to you. One is page, one is include, one is tag lib. So using this page, include, and so on, Let me write the program and then I'll come back and read the notes. You'll get the clarity about this page. So let me write one program, then I'll come back. So here JSP application to calculate factorial of given number. I'm taking very small program. So reading one number and calculating the factorial, very small program to demonstrate JSP tags. So where we should write JSP files means up to now you are creating HTML file. No, you are creating HTML file in web app. There only we should create here JSP file. So let me start like this. The coding same will be there. So stop the Tomcat server anyway. Stop the Tomcat server. We are drawing the layout with parallelly program and layout. We are taking one input.html. Input.html. I am writing action is equal to. In your servlet program, generally action is equal to URL pattern. We write it. Here we are having the program name we taken display.jsp. Display.jsp. So directly we are writing the JSP file name. So this input.html will submit the data to display.jsp. That's the meaning of it. So I am reading some value. Value 1 I am reading. I am reading the value. After reading some value, I will have one submit. That is calculating the factorial. So I will write factorial. I will write it. The name given for it is some value. So I'll take V. I'll take it. So I entered some 4. Now V is equal to 4. Already you know this concept, right? Okay. Now the control will go to one JSP program, that is display.jsp. The control will go to display.jsp directly. So JSP implicitly some objects will come. JSP has one nature. All are automated only, JSP. Here implicitly the objects will come. So what objects will come now? Here servlet config object will come automatically. Servlet config object. So name of this servlet config object, config. So automatically name also given. So JSP gives the name to that object, config, it gives a name. Now HTTP servlet request object is created. HTTP servlet request object is created. Servlet request object is created. Implicit name given is request. The name also given. JSP will give the name. So HTTP servlet request name is request. So HTTP servlet response. HTTP servlet response here. HTTP servlet response. Response. It only will give the name as a response. Implicit name for this object is response. Now you are having print writer. Generally, you are having print writer. Here we had JSP writer. What we have now? JSP writer. So JSP writer object will come. So the implicit name of JSP writer object is out. It only will give the name to that object out. They're known as implicit object names. Now, here to here, the link is there, you know already. One link like this. Sir, what about servlet context? It will come now already. When the web application deployed, automatically context object will come generally. So servlet context object comes before only. So already servlet context. Already servlet context. servlet servlet context. Implicit name given for this servlet context is application. Implicit name is application given. Implicit name is application. Here one server information is available. That is Tomcat. So automatically the objects will come internally like this. Here V is equal to the data what you submitted available. Like this. This is the imagination for us. So let me type the program up to here. Okay, see there. I am typing the program. Click on File, New, Dynamic Web Project, JSP, Application 1, JSP, Application 1. Click on Finish. So right click on this application. So build path, configure build path, add external jars, servlet API, open, apply and close. Now here SRC is there. Anyway, you know already. Here web app. Here we are creating HTML daily. You know that already. Input.html. Input.html. Click on finish. Here form tag. Form tag. Action is equal to display.jsp. Method is equal to post. Here enter the value. Enter the value. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to V here. Now input type is equal to submit. Value is equal to factorial. This is whenever I click on the submit button, the data is submitted to display.jsp. Now I am creating display.jsp. So where I should create JSP file means same location. See there, web app, new. You can see JSP file here. Can you see here? JSP file. Click on JSP file. Here you write it as the file name display.jsp. Display.jsp. Click on finish. This is JSP. Can you see your page tag here? At the rate of page. Language Java. Automatically it will come. We are using Java language. Daily in the servlet program, we are writing set content type text or HTML. So it only will take automatically content type. This is the page. At the rate of page comes under directive tag. At the rate of page comes under directive tag. Page directive tag specify the translator to add related attribute. So you are adding some extra attribute to the current JSP page. The best example is import statements. Whenever you want to add some import, we are adding in the page generally. So what kind of attributes can be added means some list is there. You can add import, content type, extents, info, buffer, language, dot. We can use it. Among these here, auto generated 3 will be there. Language came, content type came, page encoding that are auto generated given to you. Okay, right. Now in this program now, I must take the value inside now. I must take the value. Whenever I want to take the value, I am writing scriptlet tag. I am writing scriptlet tag. Scriptlet tag means Java code. Scriptlet tag means Java code. Normal Java code. I can write it. So in the scriptlet tag, I want to take the variable. So int value is equal to the value available in the request object or not now. So what is the implicit name of request object now? Sir, implicit name is request only. So see here, here integer dot parse int here request dot get parameter of v. This is like a servlet program or not now? Servlet code only know this one, right? Here the request name is request, implicit name given now. Now I must find the factorial. Whenever I want to find the factorial, I must use one method to find the factorial. So we are declaring method. Whenever you want to declare a method, we are using declarative tag we are using. This is declarative tag now. This is declarative tag or not now? This is a declarative tag. Using the declarative tag, this is declarative, we can declare variables and methods. So in this declarative tag, I am taking one variable fact. I am taking one method int factorial int n. I am writing the method. So here one for loop int I is equal to n, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus factorial, no, right? Here fact is equal to fact into I. So here RETURN return fact. Fact should have some initial value. So I'll take fact is equal to 1. This is the program. The normal Java code only, no, right? So I'm declaring one variable. I'm declaring one method by using one declarative tag. Only concept. By using expression tag, I took the value now. Now here, this factorial method will return. This factorial method will return int value. So int some result is equal to factorial I am passing value as parameter. I am calling the method passing parameter. I'm calling the method and passing the parameter, not now. This factorial method will return a result now. The result will come. To display the result, we had out dot, because out is a JSP writer now, out dot print ln factorial. Factorial is equal to some result. After the result came now, again that input dot html should be repeated. Again, you have to read the next line. So this is the lines under your scriptlet tag. So after the answer came now, here I am using at the rate of, I'm using include now. I'm using include at the rate of include. Include, I'm writing include file here, this one. Direct to tag include, I'm including. Include file is equal to, I'm including the file. Include file is equal to input dot html. So daily writing rd dot include, no, that only. Here at the rate of include file is equal to input dot html we're writing. If you understood now, the answer will come below the answer again. Input dot html will come. So this is the pattern of your JSP file. Now once the JSP file is ready now, go with web.xml to start the program. Means starting the program means web.xml is going to hold input.html like this. Once the JSP program is ready, here webinf, right click on webinf, new, other XML file. Here we had web.xml, click on finish. Close. Windows are closed or what? Open it. AC off, no? Close the door. Open them. Right, okay. Web app. Right, thank you. So web app. Welcome file list. Welcome file input.html. Okay. Input.html. Right. Let me run this program. Answer is coming or not. Let me cross check once. Right click on this application. Run as, run on server. Click on finish. Take one 4 here. Factorial 24. Again, input.html came. This program is an example of using your scriptlet tag and directive tag and at the rate of page, at the rate of include. Okay, right. Now here in this program now, if I entered 4.5, what happens? If I entered 4.5, what is the answer? Exception will come, no? Right. What is the exception? Huh? Number format exception. Here you can see that exception in the Tomcat window. Yesterday I said no, run method will come. Each request is one run method actually. What is the exception now? Number format exception for the input. Now you have to handle it. You have to handle that. In the JSP, we take one more file that is known as error page, is error page. Whenever the disturbance occurred in one page, we transfer the control to one error page. The error page will give the message. That only error page is error page. I'm going to include it. So there I am taking one more program here, error.jsp. Right click on web app, new, here JSP. I'm taking error.jsp. I'm taking, click on finish. This is error.jsp. Now, whenever the disturbance occurred in display.jsp, here we are giving one information. Error page is equal to error.jsp. It's the information. Sir, what is the meaning of this means? When the disturbance occurred in this page, control automatically goes to error.jsp. That's the meaning. When the control comes to error.jsp, here you must write is error page is equal to true, you must write. The meaning, this page is error page. That's the meaning of it. Okay, right. Now here I am writing scriptlet tag. I am writing in that scriptlet tag out. This is a separate JSP program again. Out dot println. Here enter only integer value message. Enter only integer value. Error, enter only integer value. So below this, I am introducing one more object. The object is now expression tag I am taking. I am writing exception. I am writing. So one implicit object name exception will come. I'll draw the diagram. I'll complete the diagram. So one more implicit name exception will come. Exception, one object will come. In that object, the information is there. Now after this message now, we have to include again. So percentile at the rate of include file is equal to input dot html. So first message will come. What is the exception type will be displayed. Then input.html will come. So whether it is coming or not, we are cross checking it. Now right click on this run as, run on server. Click on finish. Here I am entering 4.5. I'll enter it. One minute. The control should go to error.jsp. I will run once again. See that. Right click on this application. Right click on this application. Run as. Run on server. Click on finish. Right. If I entered correctly, the answer will come 4.3. Right. If Eclipse is not supporting, one technique we can play. Problem with Eclipse. See there, right click. I'll give the notes, but I'm doing directly. Last will give the notes to you. I am converting into WAR file. Export WAR file. Browse the destination. I had DB is there for us. WAR files. I'm creating one folder. I'm exporting. Right click, export WAR file, browse the folder from desktop WAR, save, export WAR file, browse WAR files dot WAR. Click on save, finish. My application converted into WAR. This is WAR. So up to now I am offing the Tomcat now daily. So now I am starting the Tomcat. I will start the Tomcat because Eclipse is not supporting for my error page. No, I'm giving the application directly to Tomcat. Here you are running on server through Eclipse actually. So if Eclipse support not there, give the file directly to Tomcat. I'm giving to Tomcat directly. So start the Tomcat. Click on OK. Go to web browser. HTTP is a Tomcat server. After a long time, we are entering into Tomcat. Your manager app will be there. Here, sign in. I given asked you to put one password. No, that situation came today. The notes will come official after MVC. We show this process, but now Eclipse not supporting my error page. So I'm coming here. So I'm deploying here directly. So where file to deploy? I'm deploying. Choose the file from your desktop and var files and select that var, open it and deploy it. I deployed into Tomcat directly. I'll run from Tomcat. I'm running from Tomcat. Now enter 4.5 enter. Tomcat now. Understood this point now. Actually, all your errors are Eclipse only. Eclipse in real time, Eclipse will not be there. Real time means to write the program on Eclipse, not to run the program. Again, the process this only. Your cookie session track is there, no? It will work perfectly if you run like this. Cookie will be stored in the web browser. Eclipse means demo browser, no? This is original browser. See that my login is there, no? Right? It's original browser. Now, some applications, if you are not JSP especially, JSP separate container is there, Jasper. JSP is a subcontainer of a servlet container. So sometimes the error page will not give answer. 99.999 you will get it. 0.010001 you will not get it. My situation. Okay, right. Okay, right. Anyway, the program is running. This is the output. Okay, right. Control is going to your error page. So stop the Tomcat and come back. This notes I'll give it how to run it. So this is the error. Now here internally, let me speak it now. Sir, whenever I entered 4.5, so V is equal to I entered 4.5, I entered. Whenever I entered 4.5, I'm trying to read this data here. Number format exception came. So here, exception raised. Exception means disturbance raised. Exception raised. When the exception raised now, the control will go to error page. Error page is equal to error dot JSP. The control will go to error dot JSP. When the exception raised, the control will go to error dot JSP. Now that error dot JSP will be loaded. Error dot JSP will be loaded. With this error dot JSP will be loaded. Control will come to error dot JSP. When the control comes to error dot JSP, it will cross check. Is error page is equal to true or not? It cross checks. If it is true, it has its own objects, common. These objects will be common. It generates these objects. Config object, request object, response objects, and out. So these objects will come automatically. One is config. One object is request. Request. One object is response. One object is out. One object is out. Like this they'll come. Now it is a error page, no? Right. Error page means one more implicit object created. The implicit object is exception. The implicit object is exception. Exception. One implicit object exception. This exception object will come for java.lang.throwable. Anybody can remember throwable? Right. The throwable is the parent of all exceptions and errors, especially. Okay, right. So the throwable will have one object known as exception. Here, the details are recorded. Exception details will be loaded. The details are loaded. So here, when the exception object created here, I am putting one message now here. I am writing one message. So I am putting one message. The message is nothing but out.println, enter only integer value. I kept one message. I kept one message. After that message, I'm displaying this no exception. I'm displaying now here. I'm displaying one scriptlet tag equal to exception. I'm displaying. Whenever I display the exception now, whatever the details available, the details will be displayed. That only concept. So whenever the exception raised, one object is known as exception object will come. That's a concept. Total, how many implicit objects are coming for JSP now? Already context object, name given as application. Here config, request, response, out. When the disturbance is there, one more is exception you are getting. Have you understood this point? Right. So this is the JSP. So all that components are like servlet components only. All that components are servlet. That error page will come when the disturbance is there. When the disturbance not there, the error page will not come. That's a concept. If error page not there, exception not there. When the disturbance is there, only control will go to error page and exception object will come. That's a theory. So finally, how many implicit objects are available, sir? So I written here. This is the. So there are 9 objects available to you. The following are the implicit objects of JSP: application, servlet context name, config, request, response, out, exception. Used to already, right? So config means servlet config, request means HTTP servlet request, response means HTTP servlet response, out means JSP writer. See there, Java X dot servlet dot JSP. JSP is a sub package of servlet. So servlet dot JSP writer. Now session. Generally, you are using one cookie, no? Cookie and HTTP session. That HTTP session object can be accessed by the JSP by using an implicit name known as a session. That's the concept. So session is for HTTP session. Any disturbance occurred, then we go with exception for throwable. So throwable hierarchy we draw in your core Javas generally. Throwable implements from serializable actually. In your hierarchy of core Java, throwable implements from serializable. Throwable will have two children. One is error, one is exception generally. So here the object is coming for throwable. We had a java.lang.object in your core Java. Implicit name page context means two more objects also will come on demand. Two more objects will come on demand. Just I'm drawing them and keeping it out. So you can have one more object in JSP. The object name is page, implicit name. This is generated for java.lang.object. Why we use this java.lang.object? What is the advantage of object class from core Java? What actions or what you are going to do with object class? As a developer, where you will use that object class? Object class will provide a method known as clone. Yes or no? So supports you to perform cloning. Cloning means taking the backup of your objects, part of protection and security in the future. So we need object class knowledge. And one more method is wait and notify. Where we use wait and notify? Communication between threads. The two methods are available from your object class. For that purpose, we take the support of object class. One for cloning and one for your uh, thread communications. Object will hold one more method, finalize. Where we will use finalize? Garbage collection, we are using finalize. The finalize method will check whether objects are eligible for garbage collection process or not. The finalize method implicitly called by one method GC. GC method is nothing but your one thread-like method running part of your execution engines. Is a theory. So whenever you want to do thread communication with JSP, whenever you want to do cloning process on JSP, the object will support you. And one more object known as page context. One more object known as page context. This also from JSP. Java x.servlet.jsp.page context. One more object known as page context. Page context. It is coming from Java x.servlet.jsp.page context. So I'll explain that page context bit late. So these are the objects. So whenever the session track is there, here HTTP session object will come. Here HTTP session object. HTTP session. To access that session object, it will use session. Implicit name what now? Session. Now, servlet to JSP, two objects are shared objects. For servlet and JSP, two objects will be shareable objects. That is, session is shareable. Both will share this object. The information kept by the servlet can be taken by your JSP. It will take it. Session object. Now, one more shared object is this one. Servlet context. One more shared object is servlet context. These two are shared objects among servlet and JSP. Whatever the data you kept in the session, the data can be taken by the JSP. Means through servlet, if you want to keep any information in the session, that can be taken by your JSP. Context, you know, only one object created. Everybody can share it. Even JSP also can share that information with the name application. That's a concept. All of you got one idea through this diagram and program? Okay, right. I'll paste that diagram here. Here, I'll paste the diagram below in your notes. Right. After these tags now, see, I'll show the tags. I'll scroll up. Scriptlet tag I used to write your normal Java code. Expression tag to send the information to web browser directly. So I written no expression tag, I written exception. Whatever the details available in the exception displayed directly. Declarative tag I used to define your variables and methods. Page tag, I'm adding some extra attributes like error page, is error page, already language, already content type. So total 5 we used. Remaining we are going to use it. Include, you understood, after the result came, whenever you want to include one file, we are taking the support of at the rate of include. Tag lib I not used. Tag lib I not used. This tag lib will support to include some external tags. See there. Tag lib direct to tag specifies to add specified URL to current JSP page and which is used part of EL and JSTL. Last one EL discussion will come. To add that EL data, to add that JSTL data, some external libraries we are going to tag it. To tag that external libraries, we take the support of tag lib. Tag lib means tagging external libraries like JSTL. JSTL means JSP standard tag library. That's the meaning of JSTL. To work with EL and JSTL, we take the support of tag lib. This one I will show in the last point. So after this scripting tags, directive tags, except tag lib, we are going for action tags. So action tags means executed in the execution process. Generally, you can see that. Action tags are used to include some basic operations like Action tags are used to include some basic actions like uh, inserting some other page resources, forwarding the request to another page, creating or locating Java bean instances, setting and retrieving the bean properties in JSP. Some actions, whenever you want to do some logical actions, we take the support of action tags. These action tags are executed in execution process at runtime. The major action tags are include, forward, PARAM, use bean, set property, and get property. These six tags are important from the action tags generally. So before explaining these action tags, let us write the program. So program only will be easy. Before that, we can read it. When you are applied, you can understand the theory. I kept the theory there anyway. With this action tags, with these six action tags, I took three more rare used action tags. I took it. That is nine. So totally, I'm entering into one application. Right. Now, like servlet program, JSP also going to communicate with DAOs. So like servlet program, it is also going to communicate with the DAOs. Okay, right. So like this, we are going to do DB connection. Login DAO. Already that data is there. We can copy it. Okay, right. Login.html username password. The two things are login JSP, welcome JSP. Anyway, right. So I am taking one login.html. I will take it. Login.html where action is equal to, I'll go with login JSP. Login JSP dot JSP. I'll take it. I am entering username, password. Username and password. I am performing login process. Login. The control will come to login JSP. Login JSP. The control will come here. When the control comes here now, the data is available in the request. Yes or no? Request. So here, you name NIT dot p and password MZU672. Then we are taking the support of login DAO here. Login DAO. And DB connection. DB connection. Here return type is string, that is login and request. We are passing request as parameter. Now this login DAO will return one value to JSP. The value is nothing but first name. F name will be recorded. F name will be recorded. Now Now this will give a response if f name is not null anyway. If f name is not null, the control will go to welcome.jsp. The only concept. So the control will go to, if it is not null, the control will go to welcome jsp.jsp. The control will come here. So when the login is successful, control will come to welcome jsp.jsp. But when we are sending this control, we are going to use this tag JSP forward. I'm going to use it. Through the JSP forward, I am sending the control to welcome jsp.jsp. While I am forwarding the control, I'll add one parameter. That parameter is first name. I'll add it. I'll add the parameter and send it. Now the control will go to welcome jsp.jsp. The details are available in the request object. From that request object, I'll collect that first name and say welcome first name and includes with your login.html by using JSP include. So finally, I want to show how to use these three tags. Right? See that. After writing the program, I'll explain it. I am taking JSP application 2, dynamic web project. JSP application 2, I am taking JSP application 2. Right click on this application, build path, configure build path, add external jar. Add it. We are communicating with databases. When you are communicating with databases, the jar file is needed, no? Right. So take that OJDBC 6.jar. Copy that jar file. Copy and paste here. And paste it. Now, here we had a TV connection. Login DAO. We had it. Copy. Come here. New and package test and paste. In the login DAO here, you are taking the request anyway, but I want string data return type. I want string as a return type. F name. I want string as a return type. String as a return type. So bean not needed. F name. For this F name, we take rs dot get string of column number 3. I'm taking first name. This logic you understood? Now it is returning, login is returning the string now, that is first name taken from the column number 3. That is login DAO. Now once the login DAO is ready, so this is ready now. Login DAO is ready with the DB connection. Now copy that login.html also available. already there now. You can save the time. Copy web app and paste. So login.html. Right. This is here the control should come to JSP file now directly. Right. So login JSP dot JSP. Of course, if you want to do registration, you can do. Option is there. If you want to practice registration, you can do. Right. Okay. Now login.html is ready. Okay, right. So 3 files are ready. TB connection, login DAO, login.html. So let me type the remaining two. Login JSP.jsp. Right click on web app. New. Here JSP. Login JSP.jsp. Click on finish. Now here. Here. I want to import. Import is equal to test dot star. So what are the classes available in the package test? They are all available here. That's called import. Okay, right. Now write the normal logic. Scriptlet, right? String f name is equal to new login DAO dot login. Pass request. A request is the implicit name or not now? Actually, code writing means view only. View means before writing only where they are available. That only major, and if you know that, finish code is nothing is there. So the data is available in the request, from there we are taking, right? Okay. So we are passing login. So f name will get one value, no? Right here. If f name equal to null means login failed, no? Login failed or not now? So login failed. Now when the login failed, I must say what now? Invalid login process. So out dot print ln here invalid login process. Invalid login process. Now below this invalid login process, again that login.html should come. So whenever you want to take login.html, we are under action tag. You can use JSP include, no? Right. So JSP include is a separate tag, comes under action tag. Right. Okay. Now I want to write this action tag JSP include. See the tag here. JSP include. JSP include. You can see here. JSP include. This is the syntax. JSP include syntax. Okay, right. So whenever you want to take JSP include page now, which page you are going to include it? JSP include comes under action tag. You want to write that action tag in the scriptlet tag. This is a scriptlet tag. Inside you want to write it. You cannot write action tag inside the scriptlet tag. Then how, sir? Means close that scriptlet tag. Close that scriptlet tag. Again, open that scriptlet tag. You have been closed your scriptlet here. Again, you are opened. In between, you can write it. Inside this, you are writing. How you are writing now, sir? JSP. JSP include. Page is equal to login.html. So that close tag is not needed for me. You can write slash here. It will be closed. So this is. So JSP include login.html. You add it. This is login. Else login successful, no? Right. You must go to forward communication now. The control should go to forward communication. This is forward. In the forward communication, control should go to welcome JSP.JSP. Control should go to welcome JSP.JSP. See there? Close the scriptlet tag. Open the scriptlet tag here. JSP forward. JSP forward. You're forwarding the control to whom now? I am forwarding the control to welcome JSP.JSP, right? So inside this, I am writing JSP parameter, right? Okay. Now I want to send some name now, parameter name. I want to send it F name because you brought that F name, no? Right. I must send it. Whenever I want to assign the value, just now I write the notes to you. Expression tag is used to assign the value to variable. Now I must assign the value to F name. Whenever I want to assign the value, I'll take scriptlet expression. I'll take it. Okay, right. I'll take F name. This F name is available or not now. I'll take F name. That's the point. I'm assigning the value to F name. That's the concept. Now the control will go to welcome JSP.JSP. The control will go. When the control goes to welcome JSP.JSP, there one request object is there. In that request object, F name is equal to the name will be recorded. That's the imagination. This is the code. Right. Now the control is going to welcome JSP.JSP. I'm writing now. Welcome JSP.JSP. See there. I am writing. Right click on web app, new JSP. Here, welcome JSP.JSP. I'm writing. Click on finish. Now the control is coming to this page. Now the data is available in the request. So use scriptlet tag. So collect the data. String f name is equal to request dot get parameter of, I used lowercase there, f name. At last f name came here. Out dot println welcome user some name f name and some pr. Here JSP include again. JSP include page is equal to login dot html. I should not include it. There we are keeping an end. Just welcome. Demo purpose no, how to use include and forward. Moreover, JSP communicating with DAOs. That's the information. So let me run this program by taking web.xml. So right click on WebINF, new, other, XML, web.xml, click on finish. Here, web app, welcome file list, welcome file list. become file login.html. Let me run this. Right click on JSP application to run as run on server. Click on finish. nit.b mju672. Click on login. Right, the answer came no generally. If I enter wrong password, so here how to use include, PRM and forward. These three tags are used part of this second program. You can use session track also, no problem. Creating session dot, but session track we never write with JSP because JSP tags only we are introducing. Without a servlet application is not there. But even JSP can do all actions we are showing. Okay, right? So the other tags covered here. So I covered include, forward, and PRM. I covered. Clear everyone? Right. Okay. This program I'll add it. The diagram I'll draw there. This is the assignment anyway. I want you to display the complete user details. I'm displaying only one, no, right? Display complete user details. Of course, hope this diagram I drawn. In this diagram, the control is going to welcome.jsp. All of you understood this model? Right, okay. So can I stop here? So tomorrow the one program on used bean, set property, get property. That is also easy only anyway. So 10-15 minutes the program will run. After that MVC architectures we're going to explain. Because JSP is ready means servlet should come inside. MVC architectures. Through that MVC architecture, code is with me already. I'm not making any live code. I'll give that code to you. Okay, right. So tomorrow I'll give that application code to you. Okay, right. I'll show that diagram and program. I'll give the document to you. Type the document and run it. Any lab faculties are there, no? You can take a suggestion. You can understand nothing is there because all models completed, no? The presentation together. And Saturday I'll do EL and JST and close the batch. The plan. Okay, right. So run these programs and yesterday's code and today's code I'll add it. I must add it because only 2 days time is there, no? Right. I'll add it tomorrow, do the practical and after that you can practice it, no problem. Okay, right. Take a break. Thank you very much for today. Today I started core Java batch also today, 11 a.m. for one batch. I don't know which batch, I don't know. They said one room number, I went there and I said, I don't know which batch they are. Here, JSP.